lackeys sitting around that table are just as culpable at this because they're sucking up to Joe Scarborough's power.
Because we were flooded with phone calls from people all day, literally around the world. They're very positive, very supportive, going, I understand what you do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But once in a while I would get a text or a call from someone and go, oh man, I hope you're doing okay. And I call him back and I go, well, Eddie Glauder is one of them. I go, Eddie, are you on Twitter? And he goes, I am. I go, okay, well, I'm not. So we've had a good day. Mika just had a wonderful event and it's fantastic.
Fantastic.
We're going to do, all of us are going to do the best we can do, and we're all working towards a better.
I have absolutely no doubt that he is telling the truth.
Like, so the left right now, they do not accept this kind of bullshit that Joe Scarborough went and meet Donald Trump. They can't stand that shit. Like, you know, say they're very angry about that. They think it's a total betrayal, and they want to hold. They're gonna give Joe Scarborough a hair. I think, yeah, they're gonna give. Let me see.
I am sure that he had a great day. I'm sure that almost every day is a great day for him.
A beautiful.
Guys, I don't understand where the country is at right now. Personally, the way I look at the Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski meeting Donald Trump, I think it's a very good thing. I think everybody should meet him, but not meet him in a friendly manner. Meet them in a way that's like, we want to know what you're up to, we want to know who you are. And I personally think like the way Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough could have made that meeting better, they should have made it they should allow it to be taped, video recorded, so that everybody could see it. You know what I'm saying? I think it would have been better like that, because so you can see the world like, this is what we're gonna move forward now. We want to show to you that we see that there's a lot of people that put you back in the White House, right? So the world doesn't see each other eyes to eyes. Some people see you as a fascist. Some people don't see you like that at all. Like, we're talking about nothing at all, and we live in the same world, the same America. So we are moving forward in a place like where we want to make sure that we understand what is it with your phenomenon. We think like there's a little bit of a mystery to you also, a little bit, that like, why are so many people being why are they looking at you a different way? That then I look at you, that then Mika look at you. Why are you not like a threat to them? They don't see anything wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that we should be transparent, everything should be open, and I believe that the opposite team, and I'm asking you, Trump, to do this, because you've been elected twice. Because even after you leave, we need to understand what's going on in the American political system. There's a lot of people that like you, and we need to understand like what's going on with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the way they should do it. I think by doing it like that, I think like you make the American people open up. I mean, you want to open up Trump a little bit, and you want everybody to be very transparent. Trump is transparent, you are transparent, everybody's transparent, and we stand to hear exactly what are they saying. What is Trump saying? What is attracted all those voters toward Trump? We need to understand that more. Is it just like a dark side, or is it something else? Like, and I don't think it was a bad move from my end for Mika to do this and Joe to do this. I actually think it's the opposite. I actually think like everybody should do this. Even a guy like Olo Martin, even guys like the Young Turk, they should go over there. They should say that we are open to talk to you. You know, I really believe that, because not talking to you as a friend, talking to you as the enemy. Not the enemy. Talking to you as the opposite side. You need to talk to the opposite side. You cannot just talk to your friends. And if Trump doesn't want to do that, then we're stuck in the same place.
Election denialism, public trials. January 6th were not as important as the issues that moved them to send Donald Trump back to the White House with their vote. Joe and I realize it's time to do something different. And that starts with not only talking about Donald Trump, but also talking with him.
Without quality assurance.
Okay, so let's see. This is a very interesting thing going on in the political world these days, man. So interesting. I don't know what that means, but like, dude, like, okay, let's see. Okay.
MSNBC's Morning Joe co-host Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski, two of Trump's.
It's time to do something different. And that starts with not only talking about Donald Trump, but also talking with him.
Viewers voiced their disgust on social media, saying the host only met with Trump to avoid being targeted for disagreeing with him. We should also note that Trump was a man who said he knew nothing about Project 2025, for example, but also recently appointed Brendan Carr chairman of the Federal Communications Commission. He wrote Project 2025's chapter on the FCC. Joy, I bring up that last point because in the work that you do in the spaces that you occupy, I know you're all about coalition building and talking to people who have diverse opinions so you can kind of build something together. But there's a difference between talking with somebody of a different political perspective versus somebody who is an outright liar and platforming him. You know, in the book...
No, it's not platforming. It's like you need the opposite side need to talk to Trump. Like I don't believe in this thing. Like when you don't talk to him, you don't talk to him as a friend. You talk to him as but this is where Trump is difficult, right? Because Trump is not going to allow his enemies to talk to him. But we can make it clear to Trump that we're not like a cozy where we hug your hand, but we are open to understand your phenomenon. Like we don't fully understand it. We don't know why people voted for you. I want to be clear to you. Like we don't understand like what happened here. Like and I think like by talking to you we might understand. And this could be a good opportunity for you to explain, for us to see you in a real way, more personal way. I think like hopefully we can understand what's going on here. Like
on Tyranny by Tim Snyder, he talks about one of the challenges when a dictator comes into power is that the media acquiesces in advance, that people acquiesce in advance because they're afraid of basically the smoke. Am I off on this? As somebody who's out there in those streets, somebody who works to build coalition and talk to people of different opinions, and am I missing something here?
No, I found out about this when the team sent it to me that we were going to discuss it today, because I've long since stopped watching cable news because of, one, the 24-hour act as if we can't talk about any other story but these three things that happens on cable news, but also these types of things. And what it read like to me, what just watching what played before me, it seems like this PR campaign that's being instituted. Don't believe anything that you've heard, even if you heard it from directly my mouth.
like where did you get that? Like don't believe what you heard. That's not true. You cannot say that's true because she specifically said that Joe and Mika specifically said that like we did not agree with them on many issues. We told Trump that, and of course we don't see eye to eyes, but we want to have an open of discussion between each other. I don't think the goal of like the media is to say that I'm not talking to you. I'm not. We're not dating anymore. I don't think it's like that. The media, you gotta keep talking. But there's a funny game that you gotta play with Trump when you're trying to like keep him talking. You gotta kind of play the game where you're not too nasty against him. Like let me explain to you the way I look at Trump, right? Like the best way to deal with Trump. You want to stay with him, but you want to play a little bit of a hybrid thing. You don't want to play the game like what's his name? There was a reporter in the White House that was playing that game and they got banned because he's never gonna allow you in. So you want to stay in, and you want to challenge him in a way that's like a hybrid way, and to be able to get all the things that you need to know. Because what we want to do, we want to prevent the damage that Trump is going to do to the country. So you want to be inside the White House. You want to talk to him. But how do you prevent damage if you what I'm saying? That's the thing I don't understand. How can we prevent damage if we don't know what Trump is thinking? They want to hide everything. They want to say keep the Republican only in the White House, the reporters, and then the left wing news cannot get into Trump. We need the left wing news to get access to him too. So I don't like how the left is thinking about this. I feel like we need access to Trump. Like what the hell is wrong with those people? Like I think Mika did I think, of course, I do think Mika has a little bit of hypocrisy in her, but in the world, hypocrisy doesn't turn me off as badly as other people think. I don't live in a fantasy world. I don't believe like everything's like, it's kind of like when you marry a woman. Oh yeah, I love you. You know that doesn't mean anything, right? So you gotta be real with yourself. The world is like that. There's hypocrisy all over the world. Unconditional love doesn't exist, right? Would you agree with that? So okay. So this is the world that you live in. You know that there's no such thing as unconditional love. It's all about hate. But there is unconditional hate.
Going to be a kinder, gentler, Trump in this administration. And it seems that
She's not saying that at all. They said that mass deportation, what Mika said, mass deportation and the other thing and many other things, attacking political opponent. We talk about that and we disagree with him on many issues. I personally feel like, I hate to say this, Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough should have made the video live with Trump, talking to Trump, and I think like we should have like, so what we want to like, if I was Mika and Brzezinski, what I would have done is like talk to Trump offline and explain to Trump we're going to do something online, like a 15-minute, 10 minute, where we're going to say we gotta understand, like, you know what I'm saying, so that we can have that kind of entry, but we're going to try to be the best towards you. I'm gonna play the. I'm gonna take that. We're gonna try to play the game like that. So we're not like coming at you where we are slamming you all the time, but we're gonna be like kind of challenging you in the most funny way. Like for example, like you. I know that you had a father, and I don't think your father agrees with you all the time, right? So it's gonna be like that because they for some reason the American people elected you a second time. So we need to understand what's going on here. If I'm saying that I'm a fascist, no, but we have to be humble. We have to be humble too. The left has to be humble. Like if I'm saying that you're a fascist and people elected you again, why would somebody elect a fascist? Then okay, then we need to talk about this more. So is Trump a fascist? Okay, now he's a fascist. Is Trump like Hitler? Maybe you cannot say that. Why do people elected him? So you're saying that. So Corina sits here in this chair is saying that she knows more than 90 million people. That's what you're saying. Okay.
that is the talking point that a lot of people are running with and are attempting to get in good favor so that they are not shut out. When the bottom line is that people are trying to maintain the eyeballs and therefore maintain their dollars and cents, and making sure that they are not completely shut out from engaging in this administration that would boost their numbers back up.
But yeah, and I understand. A lot of people are slamming Mika for doing. But what is wrong with that? I don't understand. Business is part of life, and making a living is part of life. I never understand those kind of people, and maybe I need to have a debate about this. Maybe people need to come at me against me. You can comment against me because I don't understand. Like Mika definitely probably and Joe probably definitely went to Mar-a-Lago talking to Trump because yes, if they see that their numbers are going down and people are tired of hearing that Trump is a fascist, so maybe they're getting tired of that and they're like, maybe there's something we don't understand about the American electorate. Let's study this thing more. Let's have a talk to Trump. Let's try to understand this thing because right now, 2024, right? Everybody knows that Hitler is a fascist and he's a destructive guy, and nobody will ever elect Hitler, right? I mean, 2024. But Trump is like a different kind of human being, right? He was an entertainer. He's kind of funny, but he has a narcissistic vibe, and he plays a lot of game. He does play a little game sometimes. He said that, oh, lock up Hillary, but he never locked up Hillary Clinton. You see what I'm saying? So he does a lot of game. He does say a lot of things, but nothing is real. So, but not I cannot say nothing is real. A lot of things are not real. But and then people say that Trump was a crazy president that would declare war on everybody. There was no war on the Trump. So people are trying to gauge Trump for who he is, and Trump is the most difficult being to gauge. I think he's bipolar. So that's what I think when I look at Mika and Joe Scarborough, and when they saw that all those people voted for Trump, they're like, okay. And I had to tell to Mika that this is what I had to tell Mika and Joe. And that, I think Joe should be able to say that we are like curious about what's going on. And the way to be curious is to talk to the voters. And another way to be curious about this situation is to talk to Trump supporters. And Trump, you know what I'm saying? And to create some sort of like avenue where we are all talking. We need the country to talk more. We don't believe that like we should not talk. We believe that we should talk more. You know, say all of us should talk. You know, say we don't believe in that. Okay, so that's the way we feel about it.
Since it has been dwindling. So I am not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. I am not falling for the kinder, gentler. I am going to believe a person who stood on stages, who stands before us on a regular basis, whether that's through his social, through his words, through his actions, and tells you exactly who he is. And so he can say all the live long day that he's not familiar with Project 2025, probably because he doesn't read. However, what is clear is that those who came up with it are familiar with him, and they are familiar enough to seek power and be in charge of institutions that they are deliberately wanting to be appointed to in order to destroy. So I would say to folks, and I've said to my membership and I say to others, believe people when they tell you who they are. And out of his own mouth, he has repeatedly told us that. And certainly other people who have clear agendas of dismantling a number of our democratic institutions, they know who he is and know how they can move their agendas forward. And that's what we need to pay attention to, not the PR stunts and the PR campaign, and for other people who are concerned about their own pockets and not the American people.
I think like Mika. I think I agree with her there. Mika and Bozinski and Joe Scarborough, it does seem a little too much care about their pocket. But I personally believe caring about your pocket is also connected with caring about the country. Like I don't believe that you can make money and your pocket is good, and then the country is destroyed, and then you're gonna be happy. I hope that that's the way like I look at the world. The world is like that. Like if the country is all fucked up, right? But you got money, that's still not good. Like if you're like if you live in Gaza and but you're a billionaire in Gaza, I don't think that's good for you. So I don't think Mika doesn't care about the country. I think they do, but I think like maybe they should have maybe they should have been more careful the way they did this. Like you know what I'm saying, but going over there. I think it's important because I think we need to open up. We need to talk to Trump more because we personally I was shocked that Trump won again. I was shocked. I was very shocked that Trump won, and so I feel like there's something going on that we don't understand. If you're saying that he's a fascist, and many black people that I've met in Los Angeles are saying that he's not a fascist, Trump was good for Black America. So I don't understand what's going on. So maybe I'm crazy, right? No, but you gotta do that to yourself. Maybe that it's a new era and we should be able to say, oh, maybe he's just joking. Yeah, you can lie about election, and maybe election is denial is a lie. Maybe because we can put value on things and not put value on other things. Like this is what I'm saying about the human morality and consciousness and everything like that. I want to explain exactly what I mean more. There was a time, and I know that we should not do this. That we used to put people to jail for cheating on their wife. And sometimes even sacrifice them. This is where we were, right? Back in the days. Now we don't even think about doing that. So I don't understand if what's going on in the world is that the morality is changing. Where like somebody say election denial, vote election denial, and then it's not bad of a crime if it was in 1980. If it was 1980, you do something like that, you go in jail. But now in 2024, we are so corrupted. We have got only fan all kind of shit going. So maybe nobody cares about election denial anymore. I don't know. That's what I feel, man. Like I feel like the morality of America is going down. Everything's going down. That's why you can elect like a guy like Trump, like a narcissist, bully, a mafia, a gangster. And now I've seen like there's a lot of people that were in the mobs like gangsters, and now they're on YouTube. They're making movies. People that left. And you look at the hip hop movies, hip hop music. You look at gangster rap. It's like it's promoting the gangster life, and Trump is the ultimate gangster. And so it's like I feel like there's something going on with the American morality that like we don't like check people that are committing crime in that much anymore. And you look at somebody like Kim Kardashian. Back in the days, she would not be allowed, but now she's allowed. She went to the gala. She spoke to the president. She had a sex tape. And now some people are even floating the ideas. I think even including me, a little bit, not too much, but like I wouldn't mind if she went for office. It's weird. It's like the morality of the world has changed. Like.
Yes, and Julian, one of the things I find interesting is that they talk about, and look, in my work, in the work that I do in my DEI spaces, my whole thing is about finding common ground. But it's about people who want to actually find the common ground. When I see these conversations about we need to learn how to talk to each other and so on and so forth, these guys have no interest in talking to us. It's always a matter of us having to go to them. And so when I look at this looks at a situation like it could be the exact same thing. It's like Trump won, everybody come to me now, even though I don't really give a damn about y'all anyway. How do you see this?
First of all, I remember when Mr. Trump said some really ugly things about Mika. She was bleeding from wherever, and just really distasteful things. I don't see how she, with a straight face, could have and pull her daddy in there was like lowball. But I don't see how, with a straight face, after someone has denigrated her that way, to go and talk with him, and her husband also going to talk to him. But you know what, what Joy said was correct. People are trying to make sure that they're not cut out of the access. This is predatory capitalism at its best. What do I mean by that? These people want to make sure they're on MSNBC. They don't want to they want to keep their sponsors. They want to keep their access.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of that going on. There's definitely she's a capitalist. She's watching her back, and she wants to make sure everything is she doesn't get messed up by Trump, because everybody's afraid of Trump.